everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. It Talks Ogo here with you on this channel, and you guys, like, I'm sure you guys can see me on the camera with me, so please, whatever. So anyways, so if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and say nice things. Please, no bad comments. Thank you very much. And also, if you are my MVPs that have been watching my videos, I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for watching my videos and continuous supporting my channel. I really appreciate every one of you guys, so thank you so much. So yes, on this video, so I decided to invite you know,
what is all this drama? What is all this drama for?
I don't know whatever you want to say, but I'm sorry, or like I don't even know how to say it, but like like this girl, I'll call her a legend, honestly. I'll call her a legend because guys, you know this. Literally, my auntie had to send me a picture. You know who is this girl? See, she got to and you're like, so now what do you want me to do? I still pass my exam, people should leave me alone. But like you guys, like she really went viral, and Ugochi is such a strong girl, honestly. Like I don't know how she does her stuff, like hardworking, like she creates a balance in her life. She's not too studious or too, like everything is just like here and there. If you want to find out when she's gobe, she's dancing. If you want to find out when she's reading. Like she's not like that kind of student that's just book, but she's doing her things and breaking ground. And she's just trying to be humble. But anyways, let me not say too much.
I'm going to try and get this video done.
Anyways, so let me allow her reintroduce herself, because you guys know that she has been my previous video, and that's one of my most watched video. Like thank you so much, guys. So like she's coming again as a guest. Previous, how will I put it now? Is it MVP? How, like, I don't know the right words, but like she has been on my channel, but like whatever. So yeah, please introduce yourself. I'm sure they're waiting to hear your voice. So yeah.
Okay, hi guys. Ugochi Nwizu.
Yeah, she's from.
Okay, I'm from Ozubulu in Ekusigo.
You not put doctor.
Sorry.
It's not easy.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Dr Ugochi Nwizu. From Ozubulu. I from Ozubulu in Ekusigo local government area of Anambra State.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you first finish? Like, which school are you in? And like,
okay.
What department are you in?
Okay, I'm from Department of. I just finished from Department of Dentistry, Faculty of Dentistry as well, University of Nigeria.
Okay.
So yeah, I just finished my final exams like
Yoo-hoo!
a month ago.
Yes.
Like a month ago. So
okay.
We're here now preparing for induction, which is coming up soon. So.
I don't even want to talk about that right
Let's
now.
talk about
Let's just
like planning a wedding. I said, Jesus, expenses are a lot.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just focus on the reason why we are here. Because if you allow us to die, to ask, like, I want to ask you, like, so how, like, how's the word? How did you do it?
How did I do it?
Like, how? Like, you know, the funny thing is that she's my cousin's like friend. So like, it's not just start today. Like it's not just a university thing. Like it's from like.
True.
I feel like when they started burning her, like they said that, oh yeah, distinction. Okay.
Not so.
But like seriously, like how are you able to keep up? Because to be very honest, you know that in our class, like medicine, in dentistry, not very few people are able to keep up that streak. If you can observe, like just how many, like maybe like 4 or 5 or 3 people that used to get to just stop getting at some point. Like,
yeah.
What do you think? Like, and I feel like you guys are own is very stressful compared to us. Like you probably even have more larger and shorter period of time.
Talk about this final
like Jesus, like even in the midst of the whole practical, I used to you guys do carry that I don't know what it's called, that stuff, but teeth kind of stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, and you are always up and doing, and you guys is there. I'm just, but you put they never tell you guys like prior that they're going to start the exam, and I was like,
it's okay. Let me just start somewhere.
It's
already brought me to this point. To be honest, it was actually been a crazy journey. I'm not even going to lie. It's I don't know. Sometimes when I think about it, even till now, I'm like, God, you really did something. Because I know it wasn't. The truth is that people actually work so hard. You know,
Yeah,
people
actually,
work so
right?
hard.
Like-
People read, and then it comes to that point where they still don't get the results they want to
Yes,
get.
yeah.
Or maybe they're very close. Or even if they get over it, then they say they call you for distinction or whatever, and they don't give it to
and
you.
yeah,
I mean,
exactly,
this final year
yeah.
still happened, so
But
they
they
didn't give some
they
people.
call people for
Yeah,
it. Are you
they
serious?
called for some course. Because they called and they still didn't give.
Wow.
So, but I just at some point okay. Let me just go back to the beginning, yeah. Which is you asked me how did I do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, aside from the obvious,
Do you
which
also think
is
that your
grace.
family like do you think that your family are so interested in academics a lot?
I mean, they're interested in academics. Oh, you've not met my dad. Don't worry, probably me too. Friday, they are actually.
Okay.
But I mean, I feel like it's more of yourself and what you want for yourself than
Yeah.
what any other person wants for you.
Mhm,
Because you can have a very strict father. You can even have someone that is
Yeah, but
a
still-
professor as a father,
Mhm,
but you can still be
mhm.
messing up in
Oh,
school.
very
I mean, he
correct.
would want you to do well, but then that's why I say it's
Can't do
more
anything,
about
really,
what
if
you
you're
want
not
for yourself.
meeting up
Exactly.
towards,
So if
yeah.
you don't want it for yourself. So just going back to the very beginning, let me just go back to the beginning. So entering school, which is like what I'm going to say about. Apart from I was saying how this happened. How did I get here where I am now? Apart from the obvious, which is God's grace. I mean, this couldn't have happened if not that God wanted it to be like that.
Yeah.
Apart from the obvious, let's talk about now the human effort I had to put in.
Yeah.
So from the very beginning, I already told myself, back in first year, I said, oh, I want to be the best. I already had that in mind when I entered school.
Wow, you guys! See, I'm just hearing this for the first time. Me, I just want to be like, oh, I want to be done with the school. That's all I want to do. For sure, she wants to
We're
be the best.
going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Okay, I'm waiting for all of it.
So I already told myself, oh, I would want to be the best graduating student when I'm graduating. Because
Wow.
to be honest, I kind of had, in my secondary school, I had a narrow escape of that. Like, I was close, but then I didn't get it.
Are you
So
serious?
it kind of motivated me to like look for something even greater and all that. Oh, there's still university, which is another
Yeah.
chance to do well. So I told myself, I want to be the best. So I think that's the most important thing first. So anyone listening to this, your mindset, it matters the most. What you've convinced yourself that you want is what you're going to get. Like, you tell yourself you want this thing, you have to see yourself working towards it. You have to be positive about it, optimistic.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, what I would like to say now, I say we'll come to that. And like some other people that had reached out to me, I also told them, you see, when people come and they're saying, which is what you hear a lot in medical school, people are like, I just want to pass, so I just want 50, I just want to pass. I mean, no offense, of course, passing is the main thing, because I mean, if you have to pass for it, actually get the degree.
True.
But then, I feel like once you already put yourself in that bubble of, oh, I just want to pass, you're just going to pass. You're just going to be in that bubble. Do you get?
Yeah.
Ask anybody that had a distinction. They'll tell you that they had it in mind. They worked for it. They were working for it. You get? So if
So
the
distinction is not actually a miracle.
No, it's not a miracle. It's not a miracle. Which miracle? Slip away. Say you don't want to, just want to pass and to follow you. It's not a miracle. Because trust me, if you give it to that person that says, "Oh, I just want to pass," that person will take distinction. The person will take it. There's nobody that doesn't want to.
Yeah, very true, actually.
The person will take it. So it's just that whole thing. I guess that is the stress, the work you have to put in, and then the fact that you're seeing yourself as not a decision student in quotes, that you've already limited yourself in this bubble.
Right.
But once you just tell yourself, I can actually do this thing. Oh, I want to make a distinction in this course. Okay, you start a new program, second MB, third MB, whatever it may be, for BDS. You tell yourself, oh, you want to make a distinction. There are 5 courses, or there are 3 courses. You say you want to make 3. It's always good to actually say the maximum, because if you get like 2 out of 3, that's fine. If you get 1. But if you say, oh, you just want to focus on 1, I mean, so you can also just try to put in as much effort in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure you yourself, you have your strengths in more than this other one.
Exactly.
So closer to that exam, and from your test performances, if you've been seeing that, oh, this particular one, you've been doing so well, you just know you have to like try to keep up, to be able to get that score that you want. So that's what I'm trying to say. Let's come out from that mindset of, I just want to pass. So that's for anybody that's watching this video that wants a distinction. So the mindset is the first thing. Because, like I said, then my second MB exam, when one of the senior colleagues came to talk to us, he said, you cannot pass second MB if you've not told yourself you'll pass it. And it applies to every other exam in medical school. Coming to distinction. So you can't get distinction if you've not told yourself you want to get a distinction in this course. That's the truth. So you see, even that's why I feel like happens, even some people that probably had a distinction in the final year now. It's not like they've not been working for it. They've probably been working, but it didn't work out. But even as they enter this final year, they still told themselves, oh, I want to fight for this again. I want to get it. Because something actually, like my last exam before my final BDS, the exam didn't go as I expected. I mean, the 3 of them it was painful, but it was rounded up to 69. So what later I was hearing the whole gist about how, it was above this, but some other, like the Viva, because they didn't want to do distinction Viva, but then the Viva they did. If you didn't get up to a particular score, the normal Viva here, they won't give it to you. So they rounded up the scores, which was, I said, happens like sometimes. So entering into final year, I thought myself, well, I don't think I should feel discouraged about what happened, because it's normal to be like, you stressed yourself, you worked hard for it, and you didn't get it. Because some people had that tale. I know someone after second MB, he said he worked very hard to get to second MB, and he didn't get it. But in third MB, I tried to encourage him to still give it his best, and he gave it his best, and he got to the two of them. So I'm like, I just told myself the same thing. I was one giving someone that encouragement the last time, so I just feel like I should still put my best. And when I spoke to some of my, like a senior registrar and some other people that like knew about it, they were like, just try Gucci. I mean, final year is 5 courses here. It's going to be a hell of a year because the 5 courses are broken down into 9 courses, and you have projects and you have this. It's not easy. So it felt like, for me, I was more worried because I was like, this third video, like the previous exam before this one was like the easiest one to get, to be honest, apart from the practicals, how it can go, but like the theoretical aspect was not really, like, it wasn't that voluminous, unlike how final it was. So I was not telling myself, really though, that one is now, how much if I don't even put in the effort to get above 70, you people will not bring it down to 69, all of those things. So but I just kept on telling myself, I just tried to remove that energy, and I also told myself, people are, because like the way finally started, I'm like, people are reading, your classmates are reading. So if you say you don't want to put in the work because of
you'll be left behind.
You get like the way people you smash and you just be looking at them. So I was like, nah, people are reading, so I just had to read. And I sat down. I told myself, okay, whatever happened has happened. Yeah, 5 courses, fine. Maybe they said it's possible to get 5 decisions. I don't know what that's going to be. But I said in the previous set before my set, somebody had 4. So I said, well, it happens to have 4, so it's possible to get the 5. So I already normal win and normal me, okay, 5 of you, I'm getting this 5 of you, which is shown in his child entire house. That's what I had in my mind. But I mean, how the story went eventually, I got 3 out of the 5. But that's what I was trying to say. The fact that I targeted the 5. And then 3, I was able to get 3. But if you already say, oh, it's 5, let you just pick one that you want to get in. What's the guarantee that you get? What's the guarantee? You may even see yourself doing better in the other one that you don't plan to get in.
True, very true.
So that just be open-minded, be very positive. Like, to be honest, I feel like, that's the thing. We limit ourselves a lot by things we say, by what you conceive in your mind. I'm not going to say anybody's door or anybody's. I feel it's just about how you feel, what you want for yourself. So first of all, your mindset, like I said, so you have to tell yourself today, oh, I want to do very well. It's not even too late. Whether you're in 500 level, like now watching this video or whatever.
I know.
Like I said, people still make exactly. This was their first decision, final exam. So you can still do that. You can still do well. But if you're actually second year or you're just starting and you watch this video, then it's good. Tell yourself you can do very well. Like, don't say I want to be top. Don't say I want to be like, okay, top 6 in my class on induction day. No, I want to be the best. Just say you want to be the best. If you now fall into top 6, then fine.
At least you try.
But say you want to be top 6. What makes you think you will not find yourself in 30, which you not even know because they don't put top 30 in. But I'm just saying, just think of the highest thing possible. Don't tell yourself you can't do it. So that thing just has a way of making you feel somehow. Once you just already told yourself, oh, I can do very well in this course. I can do well. I want to make a decision. I want to make an A. For people that have grade A and all, I want to make an A. You just see yourself. First of all, you know that once you've already said that thing, you know what it means. You've already put this on yourself, and you discuss it with God, because it was also something I always did. I always told him, oh, I want to make a decision. I actually told him I want to make a decision in every exam I write in school, in medical school, and I want to be the best and all of that. So it was a thing I discussed with him and prayed about it. So you would even see me then to show you how I wouldn't say fetish, but how dramatic I can be. Some people that use my jotters probably would have noticed it, or my essay books. I would even write distinction in anatomy, and I write amen in brackets. God help me. So I used to be that dramatic. Even to my final year, I'm not going to lie. But it was just something that I felt like I was proclaiming it, I was just saying it to myself. It's not like whenever I open my jotter, I go there and look at it again. No, but just writing it there, I just felt, I just felt like, oh, I've written this, and then you see it, God, you see my effort. So you've said that you already have that mindset that you can do well. Then you also now see yourself working for it. You have to work for it, because you can't expect it to follow you. Like you said, it's not a miracle. It is not a miracle. You can't expect it to follow you. So you have to put in that effort.
Some people, like, they get into second MBBS class, and I'm sure that most of them, because I'm sure the first one went to the second one the exam, you will fail out, blah blah blah. So I feel like I know there's some people that are not serious, but like most medical students in quotes, most of them actually put the effort, yeah? They put in the work, and then yes. Let's class it from me now. When I got to the second BS class, I actually wanted to say that I wanted to like get a distinction.
Okay.
I'm laughing.
I don't know why you don't laugh.
I'm laughing because when I did my first test score.
Okay, after you said you wanted to get a distinction.
Yes, like
because I actually put.
Yes, I did. Like, I started reading before we. After first year, you have like that. That's not like you tend to get holiday. That's August holiday stuff. That's what I get. That time I had a friend, so I already started reading for anatomy. Like I started reading for it before time, so I had it in mind that I want to get a distinction. Do you understand?
Okay.
So when I saw myself, like, wait, if I'm getting this kind of scores in my exam, how am I going to get a distinction? Okay, first one, you write the exam and then you put so much effort. You think. And also, the funny part is that even during classes, even when the man is teaching, I'll be echoing the answers to the person, the man. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm getting somewhere. And then you go to write your exam. And then you show like Jesus. Okay, then the second test, you not say, okay, maybe I didn't do some well, so let me times 2 my efforts. And then you're like, it feel like as of the times 2 my efforts, the score is reducing. So what you have to say to those kind of people, because I know there's some people that actually they actually put in the work. But it's like, it's not working.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
the other part we are going to get to anyways. This is why I said you cannot remove the fact that there's God's grace there. Because people work for it. Even to get this and they don't get it. People even try to put in their best to pass and then they end up not passing the exam. You get, so it goes either ways. So what I'm just going to say is, adding to what I said earlier about your mindset now, is to be working smart and work hard. So the thing now is, I don't know really, but this didn't really help me in secondary class. When I'm studying, when you're studying, advice I would give people, like I also give myself, that is, I'd ask myself, what me as a lecturer, if I was a lecturer, what would I want to ask students in this course? Like, what are the things that I feel like, I'm reading a particular topic, and I'm like, what are the things that look tricky, that I would want to like trick them, like maybe just change 1 or 2 and all that. So that way I feel like you're able to make out questions that can ask you. Yeah. So like, especially when I was reading back in secondary days, my last anatomy was something that I did that very well last anatomy. And for some reason that was always like, as if I used to just see those questions again in the hall, but in a different form. Wow. The questions that set in my mind. You know how you be reading something on last and then they're like, probably, okay, all of these muscles or all these muscles are innervated by a particular nerve, except this one. I think there was something about the pharynx, all the muscles of pharynx innervated by a nerve apart from this one. And then you just have to know, you should know at that point that thing is obvious MCQ question. You have to just know what that one is, the except, and what now innervates that one that is the except, you get. So like, these are things that I just used to be able to fish it out when I'm reading. Like those things, like you'd be like, oh, if you were a lecturer, you'd want to ask the student this thing now. You know, if you twist it and all that. So, and those are the things that they're not perfect. Those are the things you will eventually see. And also another thing is using past questions, okay? Because past questions are their questions, like your lecturer's questions. True. So you're already exposed to the kind of questions they ask in what form. Even if you don't see exactly the way it is, you're already like, you already know what to expect. You know how the questions come and all of that. So using past questions a lot, which is why I think I used to write a lot of essays, and I had essay books that I used to at least pass down to the junior colleagues at all. So that was also another thing that helped me. Imagine answering essays in my room as I'm reading. When I entered the hall, and I see, even if you change it to another form, but it's still about that topic. Exactly. It's still that question asking me. It's still the management of that same case, or maybe just look at another case scenario. Exactly, but it's still the same answer. And because I've answered it before in my own comfort, I sat down, I've answered it. Even if when I was answering it, even if I had to go to textbook to get more details on how to answer it, but at that point, answering it, and I had all these things together, and through group discussions as well, because I had studied discussion groups. And then I hear what this person has to say about how to approach a question. I hear what this person has to say. I put it together with mine, and then like just try and make sense of everything. So when you're in that hall, there's no question that will throw you off balance really, because you should know you've practiced something like this before. They're basically asking you the same thing, and then you just remember you were comfortable answering.
How also do you handle the volume of the things to study? Because sometimes you want to do so much, but like I know and about medical school that so materials start coming in close to the exam period.
Well, this
when you think you finish planning, like
okay. blame me. Actually, this final year was when I really noticed this thing. To be honest with you, I'm not like saying it's come off as anything or, but the other exams, apart from this final BDS, the other exams that I written in medical school, I would say I was kind of ready. I was prepared like before the exam because I had covered all my schedule. I had even probably answered essays and I was going through, you know, I had revised. That's how it was. Especially like the second MB that we had like 3 months strike. That I mean, I just used that time to read. That was the only thing I did. Read and eat and whatever. Then we had we had the lockdown 2020, so there was time before third MB as well. And all of these things. But then this final exam, we started January officially, like December, but also January was started officially, and then we wrote this exam in the beginning of August, like 4th August. And then, so we had like just 8 months. Wasn't exactly up to 8 months, and I'm talking of nine huge courses and projects and everything. You know, at a point I wanted to cry. I literally cried because I was like, "What is this?" You must cry. Like, this was the first exam that I was reading a new material the day before the exam. I hadn't even answered essays. Like, you know how you're so used to answering essays before time? You're ready. And the people were saying, "Good, I've written essays 3 days to my exam, 4 days to my exam." I said, "I've not written essays." So it was that bad. Like, it was really that bad. But then I think what happened, because in other sets they compact the exams together, they write it day by day, but in this one we had like 2 days in between the papers. So those 2 days in between papers was when I was writing essays. And it was just funny because it expected me to be going back to revise, but I decided to answer essays. I said, let me use the essays to revise then. Because even as I was writing the essay, I'll have to stop at some point to read a new material that I've not read before, because it was plenty. And then when they told us this exam was here, I said 2 weeks ago I started having topics unread, and I don't think I had finished any of the courses. I don't think I had finished any. I think maybe child dental health, that was one I was already kind of almost done, because they finished teaching a bit earlier. But the other ones, I don't think I had finished any of the courses. It was crazy. Like, it was really crazy. I wasn't even sure how this final exam was going to be. I was so uncertain about things at that moment. I was really uncertain about so many things. And even as the exam started, I still used to cry after the exam. Cry. The first paper I wrote, I did not finish like a whole 20 marks question. I just started writing and I didn't even go half. It was a management question. So you're supposed to write history. You're supposed to write, I had like, there were 2 management questions. So I was able to answer the other one up to like the diagnosis, but I couldn't like now do the extra things they wanted to put, like to back up the diagnosis and the management. The other one, treatment, the other one I had just started. I was doing the curriculum part, history, and they said time up. So child dental health. Child dental health. So wait, I still got a distinction in this course too. But I cried that day. My friends know. I came out, I was crying. I said 20 maths questions. I was scared I was going to get maybe like 5 marks for the ink. Just for the ink. There you go. Because I just started, it was bad. I cried. And you know, it was just one of those courses that, because you know the lecturers like you and you like them, and then they tell you you're doing well. From test scores you're doing well. So you know you really wanted your main to go well. I know clinicals is uncertain. You don't know how clinicals can be. Very true. So once you're eating, it's already shaky. As if that dream of distinction came crumbling. You know, it's and I just said, now wow, you know, this canton. I said, child dental health, like say don't cast. Well, not because he also was actually anticipating. I said he didn't finish, and I said calm down. That's me for me encouragement. He said, I think calm down, let's see clinicals. He said clinicals is somehow, you know, like you can never know how clinicals is. I said, well, let's just remain positive. I was really trying to remain positive. And I was talking to a friend, and he was like, just calm down, just believe in yourself that you can still get it. Well, clinicals was okay and all of that, but I wasn't too sure where I stood. Coming to the other one, the oral surgery, that I don't even know how to put out of 40 something topics that like almost 50 topics in oral surgery. This book came to ask only, they narrowed down MCQ to 4 topics. Just and 4. 3 of those topics I did not read it. Hey, Jesus! I want just say that now. Like, everybody know you read those ones. The 4 topics they narrowed down to were nonsense. I think one was on, one was on ethics. Ethical management of patients. So it was like all these topics that you just neglect, like not those. You will not really spend time on it when you have fractures and just like POCT in our what's the name? BS class. Yes, you get like not very. You will be killing yourself in tumors, in surgery, in serious. Yeah, they are things like fractures, and then they're coming to ask me ethics. Okay, I read that thing. I just can't read, but I didn't read it for like MCQ questions, and they were not removing I am putting S, I'm like, you see me, they're supposed to do this with people on top ethics. Now, I'm not even, I swear, like, after that exam, one of the SR was saying, Gochi, I'm sure it's a distinction. I said, sir, I don't know. I was crying. I was just crying because it was painful, you know. You've read so much, like, I felt like I was armed. At least I was like, oh, this point, you know when you feel like this point ignore it, it's not going to be a problem. Because you know the other things, you know how to put something to piece, you've read them one. Those are like things they ask very well. Those are like things they really want you to know. Because so coming to see this, I was really disappointed. Like, I cried. I think that was the second paper, so I cried again. So imagine when the exam was still going this way. I was like, what is this? What is all this? I cried again the second day. And later when they were saying you had a decision oral surgery, I'm like, how again? To be honest, I just say this final year, it was crazy, but God came through, honestly. So, like she said earlier, you mentioned something about your test scores, how you wanted. Okay, well, because that's another thing. Your test scores actually encourage you. Yeah. So when you say you want a distinction, you want to do very well, and then your first test, and you write a test, and then your scores are like 7 something, 8 something, 90 something. Of course, you would even want to go back and do it. It gives you this ginger that okay, this is possible. But then when your scores are like 20, 30, 40, it can be scary. It can be really demoralizing, and then you're like, what's not the point? Are you sure you can do this? So actually, yes, that's another thing. So I think the fact that getting a good test score is working, it will keep you going and all of that. So this is why I said what I said earlier about just try to read smart, not just that you're reading. As you're reading, try to like get out possible questions, use past questions, discuss with people.
Also ask questions.
Ask people like previous sets.
That's what actually helped me in my exam. This is my recent one. Ask questions. What do you think? What are the things that they are saying? They're asking. Or lecturer pointed out in class.
And exactly, because in the class, even if you're not someone that goes to lectures, have a plug that goes that doesn't go to lectures and writes well. Because even from attending the class, you can know what the lecturer really emphasized
on, and then to come out
really emphasize and all of that.
So
it came to that point when in TED class now, I had a red pen because I'm a blue pen. So those must know, better. You know people that. So those things were in red pen in my book, and then just reading for the exam, preparing for whatever test. I made sure I went through those things. Those must know.
And came out.
That was a reading smart, not just that you're reading. Because you can actually be reading. You can buy this very big textbook of so anatomy that nobody knows about. Yeah. But what you're reading is not the content that they ask you. You get? It's good. Knowledge is good. I'm not saying knowledge is not good, but I mean the pass first is the main thing. To have a good result. So just make sure that you're getting that knowledge aspect of you, and you're also like reading the right things to help you pass your exams. Okay, so that's what I have to say. And then you'd see yourself, if you see that if your first test score is good, your second test score, it just really gives you the ginger to continue. That you're going in the right path.
Another thing too I would also say is that even if your test scores are not good initially, it's not still enough reason, because those marks actually are very tiny.
Exactly. That small tiny
marks. So like
70 marks.
You still have to just keep pushing. Don't keep, even you have to do maybe you did times 2 before, keep the times 5. Keep increasing the intensity. Keep trying out as much as you can till you finally get what you want. So don't be like me, because I'm like it's not gonna happen. Let me just be managing and just pass my exam. So like, don't be like me. I just keep pushing. That's something I regret ever did. If I just kept on pushing and just saying, I beg, it's just my many marks one, like it's not 70 to just get distinction. 30 marks can be taken away. Do you get, like, just keep pushing.
That 70 marks is actually a lot more than it's like she said, don't be discouraged. Even if your test score once you just put in that one, you would see that you'd be surprised if you kill yourself for the main. You'd see how your score will shoot up. Like even if you didn't even end up getting that 70, but your score would be so close. I'm actually saying this from experience, because my physiology in second MD class, my physiology was always like average, or it wasn't as my anatomy and my chemistry. Okay, test scores were 70 something, 70 something. So my physiology was just there, 50 something. I think there was one I had 49. So it was one of the tests. Physio was bad though. But I think I really still understanding physio. I don't know how, but I still understanding how to approach the questions in mock.
Exactly.
And that mock, I think I wrote mock, and my mock was I think it came up to like 68 or so. It was close to 70 something. And I was like, okay. And I just really put in the effort for my physio main, because it was the one I was now kind of scared for because the other ones the scores were a bit, so I was not a bit scared for physiology now. Like, I don't even want to fail. Let me know. Even if I had removed, because from the test scores now I had felt distinction may not possible because from the beginning I was 3 distinctions and all that. So by that I said, let me just let me try not to fail physiology at least. I have to like pay more. I have to really pay attention to it. And then that the way I answered past questions, the way I read too much, like I really, really prepared for my physiology main. And it, like my physiology MCQ was really good for me.
Wow.
My essay was good. Like that was like the first time I felt like I was really writing physio exam and understood what they were asking from me. You get? And I wrote very well. And later on, like at the end of the day, seeing my score, and I saw, because I know if I didn't put in that, if I didn't try to really give physio that attention and all, it may have just been an average score too. I mean, I may pass.
Yeah.
But then I didn't even expect, with the score I was having before, I didn't even expect to have up to 68 in physiology. Because that was the total I now saw. So it was like 2 marks away from a distinction. So I was like, so it's that 17 marks. That mean that we be like I really put in effort. So I think I must have done so well in my year. But because the CA was not so good. Like, it was exactly. So that's why it landed me at 68. But you get, so that's what I'm trying to say. Even if your test scores are not that good, just to give you, just to put in, just so that your main. That's why it's mean.
I'm trying to figure out what you're doing wrong. That's making you get
and do it differently.
Yeah,
and prepare well for the main. Enter the main with a positive mindset. Don't be scared. Can you pass this exam, or you want to step down? I want to do this because your test scores are shitty.
No.
Just know that there's 17 marks up for grabs.
70 whole marks.
Yes. So just give it your best.
You could get to 50 over 70, 60 over 70. You give your very best self. So yeah. I don't know. I want to also ask you, when that I want to divert more.
Okay, well, what?
That thing that came out on is he on TikTok, on Instagram? That is say, oh, she doesn't wear nose and earring. She's so natural. All of you.
Can't you see the weave on my hair? I mean, on my head.
No makeup, you not put any nose rings.
Even on the picture, I was wearing lashes, guys. I was on lashes on the picture.
I said, but don't need to go through react to this.
They said no chicken feathers up that.
Chicken feathers.
I laughed. The first time I saw that thing, I laughed. My siblings, we had to send it to my siblings. We have a group chat. My siblings were laughing. Like, what is this? They said Africa, what's our parents, Nigerian parents. It was a whole thing about how BBN people should know. This is how.
No, a responsible Nigerian woman should behave. This one down.
My sister said, "Is when they see pictures of me on crop top.
I'm telling you, not be shocked. They will be I'm like, this is what I thought.
I don't think so.
I think that even flew so well. Like, I went viral, guy.
Like, people kept sending that thing to me. I was not even ashamed. I said, please, can you people just stop? Because people were like, see what their parents have telling them on their group. I said, it's not my fault. I don't know who sat down. So jobless, and I sat down to compose that message. I'm like, do you people expect me to wear a clothes showing things or wearing a crop top when I'm taking an official photo? I mean, that was my pre-production photo.
Nobody dresses that way. Even if you are used to dress like a shower. So would you dress that way?
Body clothes, no exposure. Was I supposed to wear that for
exactly,
picture?
Like,
we're not trying to encourage that. We're not saying that. I mean, we actually agree as a parents, sort of. We're not saying that the body should be exposed and all that. But my point is, that wasn't a post about modesty. That wasn't a post about modesty. They now turn it to become a post about modesty. Leaving the actual thing. That one is now. This is how people should be. This is the true woman. I'm like, what? No,
they never talk about she did amazing well in the exam. What were they were focusing on is how she dressed. It was so fun, like I had to laugh. Like I was like, what is this? What is this?
It was crazy. It was really crazy.
I don't know, there's a high tendency that like you actually because you might call you as BJS in dentistry. I don't know if they've announced in your own class, but they've announced in ours. So how do you feel?
Oh, I feel
like the dream come true.
I mean, you just took the words out of my mouth.
Oh, okay.
I already said that. Well, from the beginning of this, of the video, I already said it was something I told myself the first day where I want to be the best. So it has been a dream of mine. Has been a.
If you hadn't gotten, what would you have done?
I'm not feeling sad. I'll rest that. What else? I feel bad, obviously, as a human being that I am. Like, say what I felt bad or when I worked for like institution and I did not get it. I would feel bad as a human being that I am, but I can't kill myself. I'd rather just say, I'll probably just look for the next best thing. I tell myself, oh, well, there's still the future, there's still many other wins to look forward to, which is what I think you should always tell yourself, whatever situation you find. If you work for something and then you don't get it, just probably say, oh, well, maybe I wasn't meant to get it. Tell God, maybe you're praying for something even better. Get, which is what I said was the experience I had in my secondary school after I was almost close to being part of the best, and I was like, okay, well, maybe it just wasn't meant to happen. Maybe just work for university and all of that. So if I didn't get it, I'll just feel sad, but move on with my life.
So what now? So we're almost done with the video. So like, what do you have to say to your fans? Because clearly you have
Which
fans.
fans?
You don't know, ha. You have fans, so ha. This video now like this, if I should post it, hey, Ugochi, hey. You don't know how you've gone. You know how you've gone, but you have left UNN. You have gone to Nigeria everywhere. You don't know. So
Oh my gosh.
what do you have to say, like in general, like on general terms, to your junior colleagues, to those aiming for, like I know you've said it before, but like just like a round up, basically, like maybe in a few words, what do you have to say, like how about you aiming to get what you want and how you felt, and just basically medical school in a nutshell. So
All right. So I was asked one time, medical school in one word. I couldn't like put it together in one word. So I just like used
a sentence.
Yeah, not like a sentence.
Close.
I just used the word. I just used and to put it together in one word.
Okay.
So I always say medical school was like stress and good vibes. Because I mean, there were actually the good times, the friends you made, the
like we're almost leaving school now. Like who
G's,
knows when let's meet again? Like
you get.
it's like it's just
So that as well, and then the stress. So in whatever level in med school you are, or even if you're not in med school, if you're in any department, trying to be the best wherever you are, trying to have good grades, all I'm going to say, I'm going to just summarize it in this quote. This quote it's a quote. I don't even know how I came up with that quote, but I just have that quote. And I know
that's what Ugochi said. Don't worry.
So it goes this way: conceive it, work and pray equally hard for it, then bag it. Either you say then bag it or then achieve it.
Woo! Hallelujah! Are you guys hearing me?
Don't be dramatic. So you have to, like I already said before, you have to conceive it. You have just change from that mindset today. Okay, don't be I just want to pass, I just want to do this. Be I want to have a distinction. But if you pass, you pass. That happened. Well, good. Shoot for the. Just try again another time. But then just don't be that I just want to pass kind of person. Okay, so have that mindset of you want to do extremely well. That because you can actually do it, but it's just the bubble that you put yourself into that's not letting you, work for it. They're not letting you like really exploit and all that. So conceive it, then you see they just try to work as you ready to yourself you want this, you have to work extra hard. Especially if you're someone that is now even involved in other things in school, maybe leadership of whatever association, or you're just putting in other things, or you have other personal stuff you're doing. You know you cannot just be putting in the bare minimum, okay? You have to like work extra hard. You probably went for one meeting and it was long, one associate's meeting. You come back, you don't expect that your roommate that was reading where you were in the meeting, she's now watching a movie or something to relax. You don't come and join her and be watching a movie or pressing phone, you know. So you have to like do your own part. You know, you just have to stretch yourself because now you know you're doing a lot more. So you just work hard. You're praying as you know, as you're working, you're also praying as hard equally as you're working. So you pray a lot. Every plan you read, just same thing, call the Holy Spirit to guide you. Then still remind God every time you pray, you want to read. Still remind him of your goals. Still tell him that you want to do well in this course. So you tell him to direct you as you're reading. You know, to be able to like bring out questions that you can be asked. To be able to emphasize on those areas that they expect you to know, of course. So like they work and pray quite hard for it, and then achieve it.
Yeah. So. Sorry, I'm going to put them in the lead, but I want to like ask you like. Do you think you created a balance in medical school? Do you think your life was balanced? Do you think you were more...
Yes, I did, actually. I do think I did.
You know, I said it initially, like, based on what I saw, but, like, you know, another thing is also you knowing that, so some people be like, my medical school, I didn't really do anything. Like, I was always reading. I didn't have time for any other thing.
It was intentional for me. I didn't want to be all about the books. I didn't want to, because most importantly, I was like, I don't want to leave here with my CV being fine, academic excellence, you did, but then nothing else to show for it. Yeah. So I intentionally wanted to be involved in those things, and I feel like somehow some of them even found me. Like I was involved in associations. In Odessa, I tried to be active. You know, PHPC committees, the public health planning committee. Then you have when I was called in my 400 level to be Odessa, the official journal of Odessa, Marcella Journal. I was called to be editor-in-chief. I thought about it and I'm like, okay, I think that was just second BDS and second MB that I had written, you know, and then there was with distinctions. And I thought myself, if I choose this is going to deter me from getting another distinction and just keep doing well. But I just told myself, it's just about balance. I just have to find a way to really make it work. I have to carry it along. And I'm like, I know I can't do this on my own. So I prayed a lot about it, and I just feel like just talk to God about things before you venture into it. if you're just still getting this off vibe, if you just feel like it's not something you can do, then don't do it. If you don't think it's something you can handle. So I just went into it with the faith that, okay, well, probably I'll be able to do this. And that was during the lockdown, they told me. So I was like, oh, I had lockdown. I think I was still reading during lockdown. So when I come back, I should still be able to also carry this one along. So yeah, I was the editor-in-chief of Ondesa Masala Journal. That was 2021. And we published the journal successfully in July 2021. So that was actually one of the life-changing moments for me, because I really got to like know people. I had to like call alumni. I got the contacts. I worked with people, I published the journal as the editor-in-chief.
So I remember the pictures.
It was really, and I remember that day in the Health Week opening ceremony, coming up to talk about the journal. It was just like, this was fulfilling for me. Yeah. So I didn't regret it at all. And I think another reason I don't regret it, because eventually I ended up getting the decision. I told them, not get it. I probably would have blamed them. But anyways, so that as well. So coming to FECAMS, to the point where they said, the elections, and then they're like, you're vice president. I started looking at myself. First of all, I didn't think I was vice president material, because you know how FECAMS, I just thought you really have to be so, momsy.
Yeah, there's
so I just thought I'm not like
I get what you mean.
I thought I wasn't up to the task though, but after talking to the former momsy before me and some other people, they're like, they can't think of any other better person to do it in your class than you. So it just gave me this courage that people actually believe in me. They actually see this, that it's as if I'm not seeing.
I'm not seeing exactly.
Yeah, so I just told myself, okay, why not? Let's do this. And with the executives that we had, with the team we had, which were also very hardworking people, and they're very passionate about what they were doing, like my president, Safios. So I was like, okay, I think I'm in good hands. So I think I just got comfortable with people that
because they are supportive.
They're not people that, they didn't like people that would be lazy, and then you're not the one doing most of the work ahead. So that was also another thing. Working for FECAMS and all of that, being the vice president, which also gave me contacts that I'm forever grateful for, both UNN alumni and outside, international. So even when up to the point where they just said, come and be, and I feel like this thing just has the way of you accept one thing, one
keeps coming.
It keeps coming.
Exactly.
Someone that said that thing,
once
work
for
work is more work.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
keeps coming. Unless you break the cycle.
Exactly.
Unless if you not break the cycle, it just keeps coming, because you keep collecting. Because you first ask around, who do you think? You're like, go check something for. She has experience. Yes, okay, she's better, because nobody wants somebody that's not. It's more stressful, but you've had an experience. It's easier for you to handle.
That as well. I'm like, okay, well, probably just a reason for it to be there and all of that. So same thing.
Also, one quick one. How do you handle being like? I feel like if there's some people that would be in your position, being like smart and by God's special grace, and also they'll not be very proud. Do you understand? Like, don't talk to me. I don't have time. I'm a snob. Wait, I'm serious. Like, they will not tell you, but like they will just
give off that vibe.
Yeah, like, you're not my class. You're not my kind of person. You don't add anything to my life. Some people are like, some people are like that when they are that kind of thing. So like, how do you do it?
I feel like it's person's character, really. It's person's attitude. Because if someone already has that proud nature, and the person is now doing extremely well in particular, more than like the rest and all that, why the person gives the person more room to be proud? And also I think it's just like that character. Well, I'm not really with someone.
Does it sometimes come to you like you feel like you are being proud?
No, it doesn't. I don't think I ever feel that way, because at some point, to be honest, actually, at some point, now that I ask this thing, at some point I started feeling like, one time when this was going on, I just felt like, well, this was like God's gift to me. Like, I was actually supposed to do well. I'm actually supposed to be doing well. I'm actually supposed to excel, just to inspire some other people coming after that. I don't think it's possible to do this, or that I just feel demoralized, or because a lot of people, start talking to me, and even like let me come down to my classmates, our classmates, and even younger colleagues. If I that after the exam, I want to keep the essay books for them, and then you see people saying, "I'm just passing." Someone's like, "Are you Gucci? I used your pharmacology essay book to prep for TEDMB, and it was really helpful." All those things, and it just gave me this feeling of satisfaction. Yeah, so you're like, even if you did not do much, it's just like the person used your essay book, because really the person did most of the work themselves, but like, I did just something you did, and the person just says, "Oh, thank you for this," and you're like, I'm putting in the effort, and then God sees the effort I put in, and he rewards me by giving me a good result. So why don't I now do something for him in return, that is encouraging others and helping out any way I can. So I think that was why I started seeing it as if it was something that I'm meant
like
to
a
do.
calling or something.
Yes, exactly. So I think that's part of the reason I didn't let it get into my head and all of that. So that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. It was really a very nice time talking to you, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
too.
it was so real. Like I'm so happy, honestly. I'm happy for you, honestly. I'm
Thank
really
you so
and I'm proud of you.
Thank you so
I'm proud
much.
to know you. Like
I think
I'm proud to know you.
Thank you.
Someone was like, you don't know Ugochi. You don't know.
I'm sure it's strongly after
But yeah, we thank God for life and thank God for this amazing milestone we've hit. Like I pray for higher milestone.
Amen.
Yeah.
Also, we should sing.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you so much for featuring on my channel. Who am I? Thank you so much. Yeah, so this is the end of the video. I'm sure you guys enjoyed every step of this video because I did as well, and I hope you guys learn as well, and just don't listen, apply to it, make sure that you have a very good mindset, number one. And that quote she said, I'll retype it again, so you learn it. No problem. So that's just it. Thank you so much for watching this very end. God bless you. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe, and comment and share to your friends. Okay.
Comment and share.
All right. Okay, you guys. Bye.
Let me